We're still up on the tripod. Good morning, everybody. Well, Jasper here. So, I started my journey to the southern terminus of the Bruce Trail in Niagara Falls this morning at 5:30 a.m. I jumped on a transit bus in Wasaga Beach, Ontario. At 11:30 a.m. I arrived by bus to Barrie, GO train to Toronto Union Station, GO train to Burlington, and then Uber from Burlington to the southern terminus of the Bruce Trail. Right there. There it is. The southern terminus of the Bruce Trail. My pack, my Black Diamond trekking poles. Ha ha! We are ready to go. So it's Wednesday and it's the 31st of August. I did plan on starting on the 1st, but you know what? It's just the way it worked out. It worked out that today was the day. It's a beautiful day. It's breezy. It's not too hot. I don't know what the temperature is, around 70 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe 72, around 20 degrees Celsius. Perfect. I have no idea how far I'm going to get. On this particular trail, on the Bruce Trail, whenever I've started right here, or I've started at the northern terminus, depending what I was doing. And I've usually done that at about 7, maybe 8, 7:30, 8 o'clock on a morning. I've never started at like 11:30 or noon. So it's going to change all my kind of known stealth camping areas. We're going to find new stealth camping areas. And if you know Jasper, you'll know he likes to stealth camp. And I do. So, without any further ado, let us touch the southern terminus. The next terminus we touch will be the northern terminus in Tobermory, somewhere around 35 days from now. Let's get to it, shall we? At somewhere, about 6.5, 7 kilometers in so far for the day, I'm taking my first break. I'm having one of my cheddar cheese squares and a whole wheat bagel, and maybe a bar like a Mars bar or a Snickers or a Kit Kat. Oh, bunch of kids here. It's like a park, and they have a day camp here, and a pond. Take a look at the pond. Good water source if I need it. My first look at the Niagara vineyards, the grapes, the winemaking grapes in Niagara. Wow. I keep hearing the bangs. There's one right there from the gas cylinders that scare away the birds from eating the grapes. Yeah, there's a better look right there. My first look at the vineyards on this hike. The trail. Oh, about 8 kilometers in. We just finished our break and we're moving forward. Yeah, a little damp, a little muddy in spots, but that's because the region had rain, and a bit of rain, which helps, I think, immensely, hopefully, with my water sources. But we'll see. I have seen probably 3 good water sources so far today. Now I am carrying camp water, and I did right from the get-go, just because I was concerned. But I am monitoring where the water is and the quantities of water. It might help me judge later down the trail how much I should be carrying at a particular given time. Then of course in the Blue Mountain, in Beaver Valley sections, my own sections, my home area, I know pretty much where most of the water is. So I can carry just what's required there, which is going to make it less of a carry. Right now, day 1, full food, full water, pack's heavy, but it's not too bad. Taking it a little easy, although we're doing fine. After the Appalachian Trail, when I came home from that, 3,200 kilometers on that trail over 142 days. I was pretty badly beaten. I really was. My body, everything. When I got home, I wanted to rest a little bit. My girlfriend, and then also my daughter, said, well, let's go away, Daddy, they said, and honey, and whatever. Let's go to Cuba. Oh, well, who wants to go to Cuba in the summertime? But who am I to kind of rock the boat? So I said, okay. Well, on my third day in Cuba, I got really sick with salmonella poisoning. And we knew what it was because when I came home, I did have to go to the hospital. Anyhow, it was 3 days in Cuba laying in bed, no food, no water. I just couldn't do anything. It was a mess. So when I did get home, it still took a long time. In fact, even now, I'm not totally recovered from that. But for the first 2 weeks after contracting the salmonella poisoning, oh, better look there of the vineyards. Yeah, after the first couple of weeks after contracting the salmonella, I just started to make slight improvements. And I got back to the gym a little bit, light weights and just light exercise. Started to do some just gentle day hiking with slack pack, just a day pack. A little bit of easy mountain biking on the roads, which I do to lay down miles, really helps my hips. So I started just trying to train a little bit just to regain my strength. I was just taking it easy. So, cut a long story short, I have to take it easy starting out. I do not have my trail legs. So, day one, as I said, we started, I don't know, somewhere between 11:30 and noon, call it noon. And here we are, you know, about 8 kilometers in, doing fine. Clouded over a bit right now, but it did get really quite warm this afternoon so far. Probably pushed up into 80s, 80 degrees anyhow, Fahrenheit. Okay, just a little bit of a mid-afternoon update about the progress, where we're going. I've seen a few areas so far where also it'd be nice to be able to set up a little stealth camp spot for the night. So around 5 o'clock-ish, we'll see what we can find. It's always nice to find a wet camp, a little stealth spot near some water. That's always nice, but anyhow, let's just keep moving on. First major landmark of the Bruce Trail, the supposedly haunted Screaming Tunnel. Dark, spooky, wet. Whew. Well, here we are again, time number 4, passing through the supposedly haunted Screaming Tunnel. And you know what? As of yet, I haven't seen any kind of a ghost or anything like that. Not as yet, anyhow. Maybe next time. So what's that? Is that about, I don't know, maybe 10 kilometers in? I don't know. I'd have to check. Okay. Getting some gray areas, big gray areas above us, and I keep feeling a spit of rain here and there. Okay, more grapevines on the right. Oh yeah, I remember this area well. Beautiful grapevines and lots of grapes on there. Let's just take a look at some of those grapes. Let's just take a quick peek at these grapes. I don't think we're supposed to be here, but take a look. Those wonderful, I think they're Concord grapes, but you know what? I really have no idea. Okay, I know that's definitely private property. So we're just going to get off there again. I just wanted to grab a little bit of footage. Just a little bit of show and tell. Woodland Conservation Area, Walker Living Campus, bringing learning to life for our students. Taylor Road, Niagara-on-the-Lake. Hey, okay, parking area. Cars arriving, go hiking. Some young people, a couple of young guys went fishing somewhere over there. So that means there's water over there. Okay, fine. And I did just walk over there and I noticed that's where the trail continues. And it's going to continue there in the morning. It's about 5:30ish in the afternoon now. I started on trail today, as you know, around noon. And I think where I am here is about between 15 and 16, let's just say 15.5 kilometers on trail today. I've been here for about 45 minutes. I was just resting. I was just laying on my Tyvek and resting in the breeze, and it was nice. But then I decided to kind of wake up, build my shelter. So right through here, oh yeah, Jasper's stealth camping. Right through here is my camp for the night. Now the drawbacks right now anyhow, Taylor Road seems to be quite busy, and it's just over there. The parking lot, well, it's not going to be that busy. But in here, I'm sheltered from the wind, and it is very windy out right now, but I'm sheltered from the wind in my camp. I'm going to make my dinner. Yeah, I'm going to make my dinner, make some coffee. I'm hungry, I'm tired. First day on trail, started at noon, woke up this morning at 4 a.m. Traveled from Wasaga Beach down to Niagara. Whew. And still very much in a recovery mode from the Appalachian Trail and my salmonella poisoning. So today was actually challenging, just putting in those 15 or 16 kilometers. Tomorrow it'll be an early start. I don't know if I'll wake up and get on trail that early. I don't think I'll wake up for 4, but I might. But I'm going to set a wake up alarm at 5. Hopefully be on trail about 6. That's early enough. And if I'm on trail before that, fine. But 6 is fine right now. I don't want to kind of do the whole trail in a day. I don't want to push it too hard, because I can feel it, that's for sure. Hey, as I said, camp for the night, nestled in the trees and the bushes. I don't think anybody's going to know I'm here, especially once the sun goes down. We'll talk to you guys in the morning for day 2. Good night. As a photographer, I love the silhouetting of trees with the morning light behind. Absolutely beautiful. Some gorgeous strips of pink in the sky as the approaching sun to the horizon illuminates the cloud. Golf course right in front of me, right a green rolling golf course hills, and the beautiful kind of, as I say, silhouetted trees. Woo! The trail this morning, well, yeah, it's dark, I know. I hope you can see. I woke up. I was going to wake up at 4, but I said, you know what? I'm just going to take it a little bit easy. So I set my wake up for 5 and had my coffee, some oatmeal. And in my oatmeal this morning, I added something I bought from the dollar store. And that was some freeze-dried fruits. I've got some apples, freeze-dried apples, but this one was freeze-dried strawberry and banana. And you know what? They're like chips. You can eat them right out of the pack, just freeze-dried. But I added them to my oatmeal, of course, with the hot water, and it was really quite good. It helped get some fruit nutrition into my diet, which, of course, if you followed my channel, you know I like my fruit veggies. So that helped. Hey, good morning, everybody. Jasper here. Welcome to my northbound through hike attempt of the Bruce Trail here in Ontario. Day number 2. Day number 1 was a half day, but that's okay. We're going to count it as day number 1 anyhow. This is day number 2. So yesterday was 15.2 kilometers. Today, hey, who knows? I'm looking for at least 25 kilometers today, and that would give me around 40 for the 2 days and a daily average of 20. But anyhow, at least 25 today. At least that is, if I feel like more. As I've mentioned earlier, I'm still recovering from the Appalachian and trail and my 2-week plus nightmare with salmonella poisoning. But anyhow, mine was a severe case of salmonella poisoning. It wasn't something that went away after just 2 or 3 days. It was a severe case. So I guess, I don't know if it's the strain of salmonella or the amount of salmonella I got, but I got a lot of it, and it was severe. Okay, now, where I camped last night, whew, what was that, woodland conservation area? It was very nice. There was a garbage can there in the parking lot. No porta potty or anything like that, but a garbage can, no picnic tables. But the road, Taylor Road, quietened down, and I had a really nice evening. Below me, maybe you can hear the rushing water. Yeah. See all that? Yeah, a part of the canal system. So this morning, I got a couple hours from now, maybe, whatever, I will be passing, I guess, through Thorold, or Thorold, is that called? Thorold / St. Catharines area. I know I go right past the Tim Hortons, and there's also, I've stopped at a Harvey's there before, and I think there's a McDonald's a block over. So I'll also be stopping in there for a second breakfast this morning, but that's not for another couple hours or more yet, so that'd be nice. And because I know those locations are there, I don't have to carry quite as much water to start the day with. So my 2 1-liter camp water bottles right now are empty. I'm carrying about 600 ml of electrolyte water. And that will do fine for this morning. And then I know I can rather get water in Thorold, like the Timmy's or whatever, or later this afternoon I will be passing Lake Moody. I don't know, would that be around lunchtime? Who knows? You can also filter water out of Lake Moody. So I'm okay right there for, you know, the next while anyhow. Okay, again, so, oh, by the way, it's the 1st of September today. Yeah, don't know if I told you that already, but if I didn't, it is, we'll turn you around. Good morning. It's the 1st of September today. I don't think I need my headlight now. Turn that off. Yeah, 1st of September today, so it's Thursday. Happy 1st of September. Happy September to everybody. Oh, boy. Yeah. Right here, we're looking at the General Motors St. Catharines propulsion plant. Well, I'm kind of thinking I could use a little propulsion this morning. Yeah. Whew. There's a little diner across the road. It says it reopens August, but it's not open right now. It says all day breakfast, but it's still not open right now. Ahead of me, the locks. I can't recall. I've been under them before, of course, on the Bruce. I can't recall if that's called lock number 5. The sign entering St. Catharines. So I guess St. Catharines and Thorold, would that all be kind of part of the same, essentially that big kind of, I don't know, community together now? I don't know. Anyhow. Okay. Beautiful morning, by the way. The weather today is actually supposed to be the nicest day, I think, for the next few. We're not supposed to get any rain for the next few. I think maybe Sunday, bit of rain, maybe. But today high is 24 degrees Celsius. That's beautiful. 75, is it? Yeah. But then it's going to jump up to 29 and 30, which starts to get kind of hot and stinky on trail. Hot, stinky, sweaty. And just makes it a little harder. I like around a 20 degree Fahrenheit. No, sorry. That would be 20 degrees Celsius. About a 70 degree Fahrenheit. That to me is perfect hiking weather. I don't like it too cold, but I don't like it too hot. I used to like the heat, but I find as I got older, I'm 65 now. Oh, by the way, and retired, although what I do claim or get is my CPP and my government pensions. So it pays my bills and food and groceries. I can survive on it, but there's no extra. So if I want extra, I'm going to have to do some work. So I'm thinking over the winter, maybe a 20-hour-a-week job. I don't know, part-time. We'll see. We'll see. Anyhow, I'm working on. My girlfriend and I purchased a small camper, just 13-foot, like a camper trailer to pull behind Joanne's SUV. And it needs a lot of work, and I'm working on it now. Well, obviously not right now, I'm on trail, but up to a couple of days ago I was been working on it, and I'll work on it when I get back home. And then next year, maybe even this fall, we'll be able to get out on the road for a day or two. Use it a lot more next year, I think. Welland Canal. Oh yes, it is. Look, bridge number 5 it's called. Bridge number 5, according to that sign. We have a green light. That's good, because I didn't want to stand here. A friend of mine, Tyler Gibson, a couple of years ago through hiked the Bruce, and I remember him saying he had to wait here because they opened the lock of the bridge for a ship to go through. I don't know how long he waited, but I didn't want to do that. Through the fence here, you see, I don't know if that's grain terminals, but there's a ship in there, and I saw that ship arriving yesterday as we drove by this kind of area. I don't know what was that, QEW maybe. Anyhow, I don't know, but I could see it in the distance arriving. Okay, let's keep going. Hey, and again, happy September, everybody. I believe right here we are entering into, well, there's a Pizza Hut Anytime Fitness. And to my right, I noticed a Swiss Chalet Harvest, which I've stopped at before. So I believe here, Canadian Tire, I believe here we make the left turn. I think to the right of me is the major mall, or will be to the right of me, across that highway. That's the major mall. Now, the last time I was down this way was when I was southbound on the Bruce. And I was on my yo-yo of the Bruce. And I stopped at that mall because my phone had died. And I needed a phone. So anyhow, we're back here again. And I know further down here we're going to make a left turn. And when we do, the Tim Hortons is on the left. But I think the next block over, there's a McDonald's. Either way, we're going to stop in one of them and take a little break. Now, I think if I measured correctly, this will give me somewhere around 7 kilometers so far today. So yeah, I guess this is Thorold / St. Catharines. Okay. We're gonna get a breakfast sandwich, cup of coffee. I might pack a sandwich out for later in the day. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we make out. Maybe another breakfast sandwich for later in the day, maybe. Anyhow, for now, let's just keep going. Our first real look of Lake Moody and the Brock University in the distance. We just came past the Brock University. Trail goes behind there and through the university property. Lots of little trails in there. So I think we're doing just fine. So far on day 2, I have to make decisions about water. I just don't recall in my head when the next water is after Lake Moody. Normally, when I start on a morning northbound from the southern terminus, Lake Moody was my first camp spot. And my second camp spot at the end of day 2 would be Balls Falls, and I know there's water there. But I just don't know now because we're kind of off that schedule right at the moment. Are the hikers coming down, day hikers? Okay, let's just keep going. Now, the thing about local day hikers is they know the trail much better than, say, I do. This is not my own section. So they tell me, first of all, I just learned that Lake Moody is a reservoir. Didn't know that. Secondly, I said, when's the next water, say, before Balls Falls? And he said, well, when you go through the short hills, there's lots of like little rivers through there. So, okay, short hills is coming up after Lake Moody. I know that much. So, I believe I have enough electrolyte water anyhow, so I'm not going to collect any additional water or even camp water from here, because it's still in the AM. It's still before lunch. I don't know what time, maybe 10:30 in the morning. So there is a very small possibility, because I seem to be doing well this morning, there is a very small possibility I can actually catch up to where I'd normally be at the end of day 2 with 2 full days of hiking, which would be Balls Falls. But I am not going to rely on that, because that would be a heck of a lot of, that would be a big day today, and I just don't know if I got that in me. I very much doubt it. Okay, one more little look. Lake Moody, the reservoir Lake Moody. You get to see a little better look of the Brock University Tower building. Okay, well, skitter scatter, let's get at her. Deer going across the road. Luckily, it made it safely. We are entering Short Hills. I believe this is an Ontario's provincial park. And, wow. So, yeah. So far, so good. We passed Lake Moody, no problems. Had my break in Thorold / St. Catharines at the Tim Hortons, where I had a traditional breakfast biscuit with a hash brown. It was a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit with a hash brown, 2 medium cups of coffee, and a chocolate eclair donut. Oh, yes, I did. But it also afforded me 2 things. One was to put a little power in my phone and my battery pack, so that's always good. And secondly, to think about the trail ahead a little more. Now, this being the 4th time I've been on the Bruce Trail as far as through hiking it is concerned, I recalled in my mind that there was a campground, but I couldn't recall if it was day 1, day 2, day 3 into the trail. I just didn't know. Well, speaking to a local and looking on the map, I find that it is called Shangri-La. And from where I am right now, it is about, because I just checked on the map, about 19 kilometers away from me. And it's about 11:15 in the morning, so approaching lunchtime. So I called them. They said they do have vacancies for a backpacker tonight. Of course, today is Thursday. Tomorrow begins a long weekend, and I'm pretty sure they're booked solid then for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights. But luckily today is the Thursday, and she said we have lots of space for you tonight. It's $45 plus the tax, of course, and they have showers. They have electricity for tenters to plug in their battery packs and so on. I'm not sure if they have a available snack bar or anything, I don't know. But anyhow, so that would mean, A, I don't have to carry camp water because they've got lots of water there. So I just have to carry my electrolyte water for the remainder of the day. So that makes it a little bit easier right there. Maybe 4.5 pounds of weight less to carry for the remainder of the day. That's very nice. And I'll be able to shower, leave there with my batteries all charged, and probably wash my t-shirt in the shower too. So that's a tentative plan. See what time it is when I get there and how I'm feeling. But that's going to be my minimum destination today. And if I do get there, I'm not sure from where I was this morning. I didn't check the distance back, but it's going to be somewhere around. I'm going to throw out there 30, 32 kilometers for the day if I do that. We'll see. Little update. Beautiful little river here at the beginning of the Short Hills Park. Yeah. And I'm told there's a river that runs through here, which must be it. And I cross this once or twice, I think, through this short hill. So if I need to top up my electrolyte water, I should be able to do that. Okay, let's just get to it. The Rim of Africa Bruce Trail, Friendship Trail. Wow. Location of the Rim of Africa. Woof. Right down there in South Africa. Look at that. So right now we're here. We're actually off the Bruce Trail. We are on the Black Walnut Side Trail. We're right there at the parking area. We've got to go back down here, pick up the Bruce again, and carry on towards Swayze Falls and so on. But the reason, oh, and Short Hills Provincial Park, of course. The reason we're here, take a little look-see. One of the most favorite things on any trail is what we call rather a privy or a pit toilet. This one is a pit toilet. Yes, it is. And of course, I took every advantage of that. We're going to head back down the trail and head towards Swayze Falls. Oh yeah. Beautiful day, beautiful sunshine, not too hot, not too cold. Beautiful. Swayze Falls. Isn't that just beautiful? Little creek way down at the bottom. I'm not sure, but you know what? I'm almost thinking this is the first time in the 4 times now I've been here that I've seen water running down there. I was led to believe, and I think it's this falls, that the watershed, or the routing of water, was changed, diverted from here due to home or commercial building construction, which made this into a dry falls. But I could be wrong. It could be a different location. What's it say over here? Oh. Well, anyhow, interesting. Whew. The trail from where we came, and just a little further down there to the right is the horse paddocks. That's kind of stalls, if you will, for the horses that are on trail. That's where they can rest and so on. The lookout area to the falls, and then the trail that we will continue following, the Bruce Trail heading north. Yeah. So far so good. I think it's pushing around 1 o'clock, and I'm guessing I've got about 10.5 to 11 kilometers to go to reach the Shangri-La camp area. We better get going. Little bit of a kind of mid-afternoon update. Right behind me, I just crossed a highway, and on the far side of the highway, the sign says Pelham Road, and on this side of the highway it said Rockridge or Rockaway or something road. I'm not sure which road it was, but it doesn't really matter. Just met 2 charming young ladies from the Brock University. Had a chit chat with those young ladies, and they're section hiking the Niagara section, finishing in Grimsby. So that is the first of any kind of distance hikers that I've met so far on my hike. I've seen a couple of trail runners. I've seen quite a few kind of day hikers. Those 2 young ladies are the first section hikers I've seen, and I've seen as of yet no other through hikers. 6.3 kilometers to the Shangri-La tenting area, campground. Shower, that'd be nice. Maybe make some coffee, that'd be nice. So yeah, probably there by, I don't know, depending on terrain and if I take a break or not, probably 4:30ish. I should be there at the Shangri-La, and that's where I plan on spending the night tonight. Okay. The trail. Well, we're just crossing right now a very tiny water source, but you know what? That would be very workable right there. Okay. A little rocky here and there today. A little more challenging. Starting to get in some ups and downs, some small climbs, steep but short. So that's all good. Today, as I'd mentioned earlier, not having to carry camp water, well, that's been just great. And Rockaway. So that must have been Rockaway Road, because that I see is a Rockaway side trail. Okay. Well, you know what? I believe we're on the Bruce right here, going straight. So, let's continue to go straight. Something about the Bruce Trail that I've always enjoyed, and that is the opportunity to get on some of the back kind of country roads. I noticed just to my left there's a plantation type home, grape vineyards, and right here I'll show you Bruce Trail blaze. Right up there, we're on trail. I'm going to point you to the sun. There's a wedding going on over there. A nice, beautiful wedding. Beautiful plantation home or vineyard home or whatever. More ahead of me. Acres and acres of vineyards through here. This is kind of the, I guess, the main hub of the vineyards that we'll see on the Bruce. I've been down here before. I noticed that it looks like the grapes are on there, but they're green grapes, so they're harder to see. The other ones we saw yesterday were like the purpley, dark purple, almost black, so they were much easier to see. Anyhow, this is the Staff Winery, it's called. Grape growers. The wines you love, it says. We grow the wines you love. Wow. Yeah. Up at this intersection, three-way intersection, a stop sign. We're going to make a right turn there. And that road down on the left is the Shangri-La, or will be the Shangri-La tenting area campground. And that's where we're going to spend the night. It's a fee, you pay for that, just like, say, on the other trails, like, say, the Appalachian or whatever, you pay for the hostel or something. Well, you pay for that, but you get showers and electricity to charge your battery banks and so on, which we will do. As I mentioned, wash my shirt and have a shave too. Really could use a coffee. I don't know if they have a snack bar there. That would be nice if they did. But either way, we're still going to have coffee because we're going to make our own. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get going to camp. Welcome. Drive slow, please. Slow, 10 kilometers per hour. Well, I don't think I can manage 10 kilometers per hour, but we are arriving. It's around 4:20ish. So we were closed between 4 and 4:30, we said. It's 4:20. We're arriving at the Shangri-La tenting area, campground, and so on. So I've passed this before, but it's always been earlier in the day, too early to camp. Today's a perfect time, again, because we started midday yesterday rather than morning. So we get to try out the Shangri-La tenting area, camping, so on. So this is exactly the kind of place Joanna and I would come in our small camper once we get it all fixed up and ready to go. Okay, there's the office. Let's go register. We did talk to them earlier today and they said space was not a problem. Let's go check it out. Hi guys. Well, dinner time. Oh yeah. I'm hungry, but I think I overdid it a little bit today. It was a 37-kilometer day. Actually 37.1 to give me a total of 52.3 kilometers on trail so far at the end of day 2. Whew. And I'm kind of feeling it. Tomorrow should be a better day, or should be an easier day insofar as, and I'm not sure how tomorrow is going to work out. Right now I am 33 kilometers from Grimsby. Grimsby is my next resupply. Don't need a ton of stuff there, but I do need some to get me on through to Waterford, which would be my resupply after Grimsby. I'm at a camp area. Take a look. So first of all, I have a picnic table. As you can see, I'm sat at it. And as you can see, there is my tent. And if you look through the trees, you see lots of campers. You can shower house over there. There's a charging station. On a post, I've got my battery pack and my iPhone charging. There's a water spigot over there too by the charging station for the tenters. I am at the Shangri-La tenting area, camping and so on, trailer park, right. It's $45 a night to be here, Canadian, obviously. About the same as, say, a hostel in the United States on the Appalachian or something like that. It's probably about the same amount of money. So that's where I am tonight. Had a nice shower, washed my t-shirt, it needed it. Sweat a lot this last couple of days. Whoa, shave. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Maybe, maybe not. What's for dinner? Well, I'm thinking ramen noodles with a bacon jerky. I don't know if you guys have had these, but you can eat them right out of the pack. They're actually good. I get them at Walmart. And you can add potatoes to this mixture if you wish. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but anyhow, you can add potatoes to this mixture. I just start off with my ramen noodles in my Tupperware. Uh-oh, don't want to spill this. That would be not good. Okay. Okay. There we go. Be careful. So there's my ramen noodles in my Tupperware. Then I'm going to add to that my bacon. I got my water boiling. When it boils, I'm going to pour it in there and let that do its magic. Now, you can eat, there's a lot of bacon in there, by the way, and you can eat this right out of the bag. It's just like cold bacon. It is cold bacon. No doubt about it. Cold bacon. I reconstitute that, and then I just add a little bit of instant potato, just to kind of thicken it a little bit. There it's boiling now. So there goes my boiling water. Let that sit for a few minutes. Then add my potatoes to that. Just add a bit more water to this for my coffee. So yeah, the end of day 2. I'm going to be in bed soon, so I'm tired. But 37 kilometers, 52.3 total, about 33 to go to get to Grimsby, and that would also be the end of section 1. So moving right along, really. I don't know if it'll be Grimsby tomorrow, as I've said, or if it'll be Saturday morning. I'm hoping Saturday morning I do it, because if I do around a 25, 26 kilometer day tomorrow, it'll be a little easier on me. Secondly, that'll give me just a nice approach into Grimsby on Saturday morning. Right next to the, I think it's Food Basics, but right next to it there's a breakfast and lunch diner. So that'll be open for a nice bacon and eggs. And by 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I'll be out of Grimsby and heading north anyhow. So there's no point rushing trying to get there tomorrow. I'll miss the diner if I do. It closes at like 2. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I really am. I can take it a little easier tomorrow, maybe take a couple more breaks. I need to drink a little more water, a lot more water. So I've been getting dehydrated again. I've got to be careful. I'm already feeling a little bit of, well, I have this feeling that comes along that tells me I'm not feeling well, kind of thing. And that's happening to me now. When I say, oh, I'm hungry, I'm starving, I'm actually not. I'm not feeling hungry, but I know I have to be. So I know I have to eat my food. Okay, we'll add the potatoes. Tomorrow, well, we'll have a generally earlier morning, early-ish morning. Probably set my alarm or my wake up for about 5-ish. Be on the trail 6:30. It's going to start getting warmer again now. Today was warm enough, but tomorrow, I think tomorrow's going to get hotter and the next day. So that's going to be a bit of an issue too, I think. Going to make it that much harder. You know what? Good night, everybody. I'll talk to you on day 3.